Last season was a good one. The game's on the up and up. This year it'll be even better. True, we've lost some giants. They were a credit to the game. But we've also found some young'uns. They promise to be the same. That's what the big game's all about. It happens every year. We lose a few of our heroes, but find others who know no fear. We see them give it all they know. We see them give it their best shot. It's whether rock, roll, or famous. You gotta give it all you got. That season was a good one. We saw a big man walking tall. But who will it be this year to collect the greatest prize of all?
Nosey Road, St Helens. Another piece of history here at Nosey Road. Saints this afternoon entertained the Auckland touring team. They're on a 6-match tour, and this is the 3rd match. And Saints this afternoon being led out by today's matchday mascot, who is Graham Munro. Graham's 8 years of age. He attends St Mary's Blackbrook Roman Catholic Junior School. A real big day for this lad, out there with his favourites, and on such a special occasion as this, as we entertain the Auckland tourists. There's Graham out there at the back doing his limbering up movements, just on his own at present, limbering out, limbering up and around there. Saints coach Alex Murphy with Dave Chisnall and Jimmy Mellor, the chief scout, coming over here. Saints team today, I'll just go through them for you now. Number 1 Vivas, number 2 Ledger, 3 McCormick, 4 Tanner, 5 Quirk, 6 Arkwright, 7 Bailey, 8 Burke, 9 Liptrot, 10 Evans, 11 Farber, 12 Haggerty, 13 Platt, 14 Litherland and 15 Neil. So just waiting for the Auckland tourists to come out now. The Saints, they're limbering up. Roy Haggerty there with the ball, zooming away. Let's just hope he has fleet feet today. Is Graham Munro, today's matchday mascot. In the middle of them there now with Tony Burke, Roy Haggerty. Now Auckland already played 2 games. Leeds, they started off their opening match against Leeds at Headingley and won 29 points to 25. They also played Warrington midweek and won 22 points to 16. Both of these games were reported in the local press as rather enthusiastic tattling, so we can just see how it goes on today. So here's the Auckland touring team coming out now. Blue shirts with the white V for today's game. Rousing cheer from obviously going to be a partisan crowd here. So I'll just run through the Auckland team for you now. Number 1, John Rapati. Number 2, Creaker. 3, Iro. 4, Tay Rapati. 5, Shane Horrow. 6, Panapa. 7, Friend. 8, Brown. 9, Nordmeyer. 10, Golding. 11, Lonergan. 12, Peter Rapati. 13, O'Regan. And number 14 for Auckland today, Freeman. And 15, Kaiser. Obviously a strong outfit, the Auckland outfit, and there's the match day officials out in the centre of the ground with referee Allett from Southport out there with Ron O'Regan, the Auckland captain, just waiting now for Chris Arkwright Saints captain coming up there with today's matchday mascot, Graham Munro. As I was saying, 8 years old Graham, and he looks a big lad there for 8. Out there with Chris Arkwright and Ron O'Regan. Just shook hands there with Kevin Allett, today's matchday referee. Shaking hands all round there, and referee Allett giving Graham the coin so the toss can take place. And there he pockets the coin, referee Allett gives him. And off he goes there. There's Graham Munro, as I said, today's matchday mascot, going over to the best side stand. So as the teams change ends now, Saints going to be playing to the Ennington stand for this first half. Let's hope we get a good hard game. There's the Saints with a few injuries, with Paul Lockley out with an injury to his back. I believe he has got to go and get specialist treatment on it this week. Mark Healy out, but here we go. Away we go now. The ball touches the Auckland man and goes dead. Well, no sign from... yes, he's finally ruled it's a dropout from between the Auckland sticks. Slip ball there from the Auckland man. Referee Allett looking to his touch judges, but they was taken unaware there. But Auckland, after they shuffle round, to drop out from between the sticks. And the ball coming back to Saints. Mark Bailey stops it with his foot, gathers and drives forward. Auckland defence up rather quickly. Graham Liptrot. On to Stuart Evans. Pushes one off. Still driving strong, Evans. Just brought down short of the Auckland 25. So it's Saints now, bringing it left. Chris Arkwright takes them on, drives forward. Auckland tackling in there. Number 10 Golding, one of the tacklers. So they're not renowned for a soft touch, the Auckland. Well now with Haggerty, trying to drive through. But it's Saints putting the pressure on, early pressure, from that mistake by Auckland at the kick-off. Mark Bailey tries to beat one tackle. Clayton Friend in there, the ball slips up to Arkwright. Dummies one way, going over to the right. Tries to release the ball, but brought down. A good two-man Auckland tackle. Ron O'Regan, one of them in there. But Saints spread it left. Loop movement there. The ball loose, Tony Burke, can he gather it? Yes, gathers it safely, but it's the changeover, ruled by referee Allett. So Auckland now with the first touch. It's a Clayton Friend, bringing it crossfield. Number 3 there, Kevin Iro, subject of some very attentive tackling by the Saints, and Auckland moving it left. Number 10 there, this prop, 21-year-old prop, Golding. Saints being penalised for an offence at the play of the ball. So the first penalty of the game going Auckland way. And it's number 8 stepping up, Peter Brown, to take the kick to touch. He safely finds touch just over 10 yards inside Saints half. So Auckland on the attack. Hooker Nordmeyer restarts. Takes it left to Peter Brown. Forward quickly in there, and Tony Burke bundle him down, but it's Nordmeyer again. Taking it left to Ron O'Regan, trying to burst through. Evans has him, brings him down. Number 12, Rapati, Peter Rapati in support for Auckland, but it's Auckland in possession. On to Clayton Friend, takes the dummy. Good work there by Graham Liptrot, knocks the ball back, facing his own line, and Saints gather the ball. It's only Graham Liptrot's second appearance of the season, as so with Barry Ledger. But here's Tony Burke driving through, feeds on to Les Quirk. Not much room to work, Quirk, but does well, keeps him field there. Solid tackling from number 2, Creaker, and 9, Nordmeyer, but it's Saints spreading it to the right. Chris Arkwright, changing direction. Good ball inside to forward. Brilliant play from Saints on the halfway line. Good turn from Chris Arkwright. Changing direction, and Saints on the attack. Up that right wing, hurrying up there. Brilliant work there from the Saints. Split the Auckland defence wide open there. So is the crowd getting behind the Saints. Phil Weaver's well up there. On to Haggerty. Chris Arkwright, overlap here for Saints. Andy Platt, on to Quirk. Going for the corner. Is he in? Yes! Oh, he's in touch, is he? Oh, he's given a try. Yes, he's given a try to Quirk. So after only 4 into the lead. Brilliant work from Saints there. That was another rather aggressive game, but good work from the Saints there. We're going in for a try, so it's Dave Tanner now entrusted with the goal-kicking duties. Far out, just a yard, I'd say, if that, in from the touchline. And the dives down for Tanner, looks good, goes across the face of the goal. Unlucky there, but Saints with an early 4-0 lead. Brilliant work there from Saints. Good, crisp passing, as we used to seeing from these Saints. It just hasn't been forthcoming these last couple of games. There wasn't 2 games that you would remember, but we did win them. We got 4 points from both of them. That's versus Lee and Salford away. Lee at home, I beg your pardon, and Salford away. But it's Auckland with a quick kick-off. Ron O'Regan, the ball going back, safely gathered. Barry Ledger. Touches of what Ledger can do. As I said, only his 2nd game of the season. He's been out with injury and loss of form. But he's back in today for this big game. And Saints on the attack again. Stuart Evans driving forward, looking to release, but solid tackling there. Golding has him smothered, unable Evans to get the ball out. The ball back to Bill Beavers. Kicks upfield. Good siding kick from Beavers, but taken by John Rapati. Getting bundled up there with number 2, Marty Craker. But it's Saints pressing the Auckland outfit back. Craker there, attacked in half-back. On to number 4, Tay Rapati. One of 3 brothers playing for Auckland today, and also a brother of Joe who plays for Warrington, as we well know. So Nordmeyer flinging it across there. Quickly in, number 11, Lonergan. He's had some rave reports, this Lonergan. A rather good player, hefty character. It's Auckland kick for touch. The ball goes directly into touch. O'Regan, that was that time, from his own 25, so it's a scrum down just outside their own 25 with Mark Bailey to feed. First scrum of the match, and referee Allen telling him what he wants, and Saints took the ball. Kevin McCormack linking up, going for the corner. Good siding run from Kevin McCormack there. Playing well in these early minutes, and a penalty there. John Rapati, one of them being penalised for not allowing Kevin McCormack to get up and play the ball quickly. So a chance for 2 points here if Saints wish to take it. Bill Beavers elects to kick for touch, so we're putting the pressure on Auckland, and why not? We've got them on a bit of a sticky wicket, so let's see if we can get more points on the board. So it's Graham Liptrop to restart. Tony Burke on a dummy run there, so it's Graham Liptrop. Out to Stuart Evans, driving for the line. Takes a 3-man Auckland tackle to bring him down. Roy Haggerty acting half-back. Loop movement with Mark Bailey. Haggerty again onto Arkwright. Unlucky there. Andy Platt steaming through, but Arkwright couldn't release the ball. Solid tackling from New Zealand, bring him down right in midfield in front of the sticks. On to Paul Farber now. Looking to release, does so. Chris Arkwright on to Mark Bailey. Driving for the line. Brought down about 5 yards short. But Saints putting all the pressure on now. Auckland lying up there, but the ball with Beavers. On to Tony Burke. Steaming through Burke. Licks it back. Loose ball. The idea was right from Burke, but it didn't fall into the hands of a Saints player. I think Auckland have the ball. The 5 yards, 10 yards from their own line now. Saints putting the pressure on him. Got to hold him down. Number 12, Peter Rapati coming away there from the acting half-back position. Saints have to hold these Auckland lads up in their own 25. A loose ball again, but Auckland regather it. It went backwards there, not touching a Saints player, I don't think. The referee hasn't given any indication as to any more tackles. But it's Auckland now in possession and swinging it to the right, change of direction there. Just getting outside of his own 25. Auckland again now. Clayton Friend, little chip kick through. Phil Beavers well up there. Takes it well. Bounce well for Phil Beavers. Just couldn't evade the clutches of the Auckland man, but it's Roy Haggerty. Steaming away. Haggerty bursting through. Getting over the 25. Trying to get up for a quick play of the ball. Graham Liptrot. On to Chris Arkwright, quick hands, on to Andy Platt, drive into him Platt. Good solid forward. Ball forward, acting half-back, over to Mark Bailey, Chris Arkwright, Phil Beavers linking up, on to Kevin McCormack there. Oh, unlucky, just taken by his ankles. With Barry Ledger on his outside. But Saints again, putting relentless pressure on this Auckland outfit. Ball forward, going for that, yes, on to Andy Platt, and he's over there. To the sticks. Well, relentless pressure. Dave Tanner, should be easy for him. Just to the left of the posts, just about 15 yards out. Yes, slots it between the sticks. So Tanner slots his second goal of the season over for Saints, his first of today's match, and Saints take an impressive 10-0 lead. Well, just this morning I attended my sister's youngest child's christening. I'm only for attending there, I wouldn't have known this, but today, November the 1st, is All Saints Day, and by Joe, I hope we certainly make it All Saints Day today with an impressive win from the Saints. Well, Auckland penalised there for an offence at the kick-off, so another penalty to Saints. Phil Beavers takes the kick, putting further pressure on Auckland. The peg down on their own 25. Barry Ledger quickly up there, out to Graham Liptrot now to restart. Obviously a planned move here. This is the way to do it. Haggerty there, steaming through. Oh, brilliant move that from Saints. Obviously a planned move, but a knock-on being moved by referee Helens. Or is it a forward pass he's given? Well, as I was just saying before, it's All Saints Day today, and opening the pages of the People this morning, you look at John Robbie. Are they tipped Saints? Well, as a rule, it's a kiss of death off Robbie, but we're not doing so bad now. We've got a 10-point start, and only 10 minutes gone, so we can just sustain this pressure on the Auckland outfit. We shouldn't have any problem. Auckland win the ball from the scrum. Clayton Friend comes away with it. Super tackling from Saints. Get into him, bundle him down. He's a lively character, this Friend. Already been spoken to once for an incident when Quirk went over for a try in the corner. It was an incident that happened early on. So it's Friend getting some attention. No, I don't think, yes, he is getting some attention. And the second part of the Auckland penalty, the kick for touch. Fine touch, 10 yards, 20 yards short of the halfway line. So it's Auckland in possession and coming away. Peg down between their own 25 and the halfway. Chris Arkwright and Roy Haggerty quickly in there. They'll have to tackle well today. On to Ron O'Regan, going over to the left. Good break from this lad, but what a tackle there. Farber and Tony Graham Liptrot it was. No, Chris Arkwright. Farber and Chris Arkwright bundle him down there. But Auckland still in possession, just pegged in their own half. Clayton Friend. Crossfield kick for touch. Phil Beavers going to gather it behind his own line. Manages to clear the line, just evades the clutches of Marty Cricker. Les Quirk from acting half-back, going on his own. Taken down by Kevin Ido and the other Terapati, the other centre. Tony Burke now going cross-field, driving forward. One of Saints' most consistent forwards this season, Tony Burke. Well, a penalty there. Auckland snatched it out of his grasp, but referee Alex ruled a scrum down with a friend to feed. Just 14 minutes of the game gone and Saints with a 10 points to nil lead. The scrum collapses, so referee Alex have to make them reform again. They have the habit of standing in the way of the tunnel and then they expect the scrum half to feed it correctly. But Friend, he fed that there. Auckland move up quickly. Andy Platt quickly in there. Onto number 5 coming crossfield, Shane Horrow. Quick work there, number 12, Rapati, Peter Rapati. And it's Nordmeyer, the hooker. Loop movement there with O'Regan. Onto Brown. Super tackling there, Farber. In on him there, on Peter Brown. But it's Auckland moving it left. Onto number 11, well, forward pass there. He's not given that try, has he, surely? Well, he's given a try in the corner there. Obviously a lofted forward pass by Miles. As you see it on our screens there, obviously a blatant forward pass, a lofted pass from Lonergan, I think it was, number 11, who lofted it out. The crowd there, they're just speechless in disbelief, as myself as well, at the decision of letting that try go. But it's Brown, Peter Brown, brought forward from the Tattoo Club over there in New Zealand, attempting to tag the extra points on for that Horrow try. Brown takes the kick, hits the posts, well unlucky there. So the score still 10 points to 4 in Saints' favour and 16 minutes gone. Well, a brilliant display from Les Quirk last week, a hat-trick of tries, his first hat-trick for Saints. Obviously he's only been here a few weeks, but getting three tries, one in the first half, 2 in the second, and 2 in the last 3 minutes it was actually. And Paul Farber uncharacteristically kicking 2 superb, I may add, conversions off Les Quirk's tries. Anyway, Saints are kicked off and Auckland gather the ball. Pegged down in their own 25, Saints pressing up on them. Nordmeyer flings it back, it looks like he's going back to Brown, but it didn't. He was very lucky to take it. John Rapati takes the ball, flicks it on there. Auckland coming over to the number 11, that is Lonergan. Had some rave reports, a good strong running second row forward from the Glenora club, only aged 22. Now he's the ball coming back for the kick upfield. Bill Weaver's well positioned. Runs into a wall of Auckland, Clayton Friend, being roughed up there, yes, Clayton Friend, Sam Panappa, and another Auckland man, so Saints get another penalty, 10 yards in their own half. Phil Weavers completes the second part. Good 25-yard kick from Phil Weavers, Graham Liptrot to restart. Here's that plan move again. To reach the ball to Mark Bailey, unlucky there. Tony Burke tried to reach it to Mark Bailey, but Stuart Evans coming from deep. Referee Alec watching the Auckland for offside, but believe you me, they're not offside, but he let it go. A loose ball there, uncharacteristic from Saints. The ball now with Shane Horrow. Got the scrum down being ruled by referee Alec. 2 scrums we've had, 1 each. It's Mark Bailey to feed. Well, one against the head there. Clayton Friend lying well up. Didn't retire, but he gathered the ball. So it's Auckland in possession. Moving up quickly. Super tackling there. That's number 3 trying to come through, Kevin Iro. He's a big lad, this lad. He's only 19. He's got the attention of Wigan. I think they have signed him. It's Kevin Iro, obviously looking for good talent. Had some rave reports. It's Auckland moving up. Clayton Friend. Super tackle there. Haggerty bangs him down. One-man tackle. Acting half-back is Golding as Auckland kick upfield. Phil Beaver's there again, well positioned. Out steps the Auckland defence. Onto Andy Platt. Quick ball onto Dave Tanner. Coming in field. Still going Tanner. Out to Beavers again. Inside to Quirk. Yes! Brilliant ball. Quirk's turning in again. What a try. What a try. Wait till you see that on the action replay. Sheer brilliance. Beavers again in the action about 3 or 4 times there. Or even for Beavers to pass round the ball. But he got it away. And Quirk there showing his turn of pace. He's very deceptive, this lad. Really quick. And can get through in the smallest of gaps. So Saints extend the lead. 14 points to 4. With Dave Tanner trying to tag the points on. Steps up, yes. Slots it there. Great work from Saints. 16 points to 4. Saints in a commanding lead. Just over halfway through this first half. So 3 tries, 2 goals for Saints, 16 points. 1 try, 4 points from Horrow in the 15th minute. A very dubious try for Auckland. Auckland kick-off. Dave Tanner stops it with his leg. Gathers up pace and drives towards the 25. Very unlucky not to beat the defence there. Nordmeyer brings him down. Ball now with Tony Burke. Tremendous forward, this Burke. Watch him go, but he has the ball pinched from him by James Golding. So it's Auckland in possession in Saints 25. Friend, cross to Panapa, over to number 4, Tara Patty. Auckland quickly moving it. They know what they've got to do, and they lose the ball in the tackle. Well, he's given an offside decision. I don't really think the Auckland man touched the ball. He would have been in an offside position if he had done, but referee Allen indicating that he did touch the ball, so Saints gather further yardage. I mustn't grumble about that while he's given us extra yardage. Stuart Evans coming on the burst, first receiver, just penetrates the Auckland half. Graham Liptrot acting half-back. Chris Arkwright, quick ball to Roy Haggerty. Steps off 1 foot, but Ron O'Regan has him, but he slips it out to Chris Arkwright. Saints captain playing at standoff today. Obviously Shane Cooper playing with the Auckland outfit, but he's elected not to play today for his allegiance with both clubs. But he will after Auckland's 6-match game. There's Bonnie Ledger hurling up the touchline. Well, out to nothing. Ledger goes into the far corner. Brilliant work. Saints hammering them today, putting the nails in the coffin. up now. Looks good. Yes, what a brilliant kick there. 22 points to 4. Saints in a commanding lead, only 24 minutes gone. Well, the crowd now coming to life. Well played there from Graham Liptrot. The ball kicked directly at him. He did well to drop on it as the Auckland defence closed up. Chris Arkwright now, number 12, Peter Rapati takes him down. Graham Liptrot acted half-back. Ball forward, they miss forward out. On to Andy Platt. Tries to duck under the defence, but Nordmeyer and Golding take him down. Liptrot, blindside. On to Roy Haggerty. Typical of Roy Haggerty, lurking on this blindside. But taken down well there, but Saints moving it to the right. Chris Arkwright sees the gap, drives forward, feeds inside to Paul Farber. Saints putting it together now, spreading it out. It's the last tackle now of this set of 6. On to Phil Beavers. Little chip kick through from Beavers. Following it up. John Rapati takes it and Beavers bounces into the ground. Andy Platt up to assist him there, but they're pegged in their own 25, Auckland. Number 4, Tay Rapati tried to burst through. Farber finally bounces him down. Nordmeyer acting half-back. On to number 12, Peter Rapati. Just penetrates his own 25. But Saints doing a sterling job today, containing this Auckland outfit. Only one dubious try to the credit, and Saints in a commanding 22 points to 4 lead. Certainly a great game, we just hope we can sustain the pressure. Number 12 there, Peter Rapati bursting through. Seemed to be well contained, but he burst out. The ball now with Clayton Friend. Kicks it upfield. Phil Beavers well positioned as always. Gathers it safely, feeds on to Barry Ledger. Let's see Ledger weave some of his magic. Beats one. Just brought down by Ron O'Regan. Short of the 25. Beavers steps up with the acting half-back. All Auckland offside here. Referee Alec can't keep them onside. He'll have to force them back. If they won't go back, penalise them. With Tony Burke in possession. Graham Liptrot out to Roy Haggerty. Takes the tackle, tried to feed that short ball on, but Tay Rapati and number 2, Marty Krecker, bundle him down. Haggerty again plays it to himself. Mark Bailey acting half-back onto Paul Farber. Blindside, tries to flick it out. Last tackle of the set of 6, and Saints pegged in their own 25. They're going to have to spread it now. Mark Bailey, Phil Beavers. Kicks it upfield, no messing with Beavers. John Rapati has to turn around and gather it. Saints quickly up there, Andy Platt, Dave Tanner. Platty has him, and Tanner coming in to complete the tackle. Not many will get past Andy Platt, you know. Good tackle this Platt. In with the shoulder and round the legs. It's Auckland in possession. Lonergan, I think that is. No, it was number 2. Playing the ball over here now with Tay Rapati. Ron O'Regan. On to number 8, Brown. Flicks it inside. To number 10, Golding. Going crossfield, that's Lonergan now. On to number 3, Kevin Iro. Auckland coming away. Phil Beavers, safe last line of defence. Well, Beavers being penalised after Lonergan coming up with a knee, trying to, obviously going for the penalty, but coming up with a knee, and Phil Beavers just protecting himself, but Auckland being awarded the penalty. And they find touch 15 yards from Saints line, so it's the first real bit of Auckland pressure to be put on the Saints. 28 minutes gone of the first half, and Saints with a 22 points to 4 lead. Nordmeyer, I think it is to restart. On to number 12, Peter Rapati, spreading it crossfield. Solid Saints tackling there, bundle him down. Arkwright, Haggerty. Now with O'Regan, on to 11, Lonergan. Andy Platt in there again. I said there's not much get past Andy Platt. Mark Bailey in assistance. But it's Iro, Kevin Iro. On to Clayton Friend. Sam Panappa beats the Saints defence temporarily. Roy Haggerty pretty on his tail, but it's Brown. Flicks it out anywhere, onto Friend, coming crossfield, O'Regan, crossfield Lonergan, quick hands there, Saints forcing him back. Mark Bailey quickly in there, and Andy Platt again, a tremendous loose forward and scrum half partnership today, but it's Auckland onto number 2, Marty Crecker. Les Quirk bundles him down, he quickly plays the ball to O'Regan, onto Friend, knocks on, took his eye off the ball, well, he's picking his weight there, Friend, isn't he, into Evans, and the cheek, well, and the cheek of that, he's actually penalised us, Hallett. Another ridiculous decision, Friend went for Evans, and Auckland been awarded the penalty. They quickly take it, John Rapati linking up, finally bundled down, well, that goes against the grain there. Auckland again, spreading it quickly, but Graham Littrock quickly in there, bundles him down. And Auckland again, onto O'Regan, change of direction, onto number 10, Golding. Slips it out now. Solid tackling from the Saints. Onto Friend again, he's a real fiery character. Onto Iro, yes, into the corner here. Kevin Iro goes in for a try. Quick play. So Auckland extending the lead to 22, I beg your pardon, extending the score to 8 points, already losing 22 points to 8 at present, and it's number 8, Peter Brown, prop forward to see if he can convert this Iro try. The Saints already played Auckland once when they toured Australia in 1976. We had a 3-match tour. Looks good from here. Yes, a terrific kick from Brown. So 22 points to 10. The Auckland tourists trail after 32 minutes of this first half. As I was just saying, Saints have played Auckland in 1976. They lost by 20 points to 13. So obviously keen to avenge that defeat. We had a 3-match tour, we lost them all. Queensland, Eastern Suburbs and Auckland. Anyway, Saints to kick off. Taken by Peter Rapati, fed on there to Lonergan. Forced back on his own 25 by Andy Platt and Paul Farber. And Auckland splitting the Saints defence. Phil Weaver's coming up. The ball quickly going through there, onto number 6, Penapper. Good work there from Saints, come back. Good cover tackle there, Kevin McCormack I think that was. No, it was David Tanner. But Auckland quickly again. Obviously just got 6 points, they're in arrears by 12, and they want to reduce the deficit by half-time. Onto number 8, Brown, looked like a forward pass. Cried for by the popular side here. The referee Alec lets it go. Well, the same incident over here, and he awarded a scrum. But Auckland get a penalty. Super tackle there from Saints. Andy Platt. Characteristic of Platt, but from the acting half-back position, the hooker Nordmeyer tries to bury through to score, but no way through for him. Auckland, Clayton Friend, change of direction, sees the gap, goes under the sticks. So Clayton Friend going over for a try, right under the sticks. To get through more. It was a 12 points deficit, it's going to be a 6 now. No problem for Brown with this goal, right under the sticks. The The Saints, after taking a commanding lead, making it a 22 points to 4 lead in the 23rd minute, and we've just got another 10 minutes gone, and Auckland have come back with 12 points. Well, it's going to be 12 points after he kicks this in 10 minutes. So it's Brown now lining up right in front of the sticks. Will have no problem there. Another controversial try from a decision, an alleged handing the ball out of the tackle, snatching at the ball by referee Alex. So that's a couple of decisions there that's gone against us, and tries have been scored from them. Anyway, we can all have a chew over that after, but it's 22 points to 16 in Saints' favour. Just about 5 minutes remaining of this first half. So Saints obviously got to be keen and get back in the swing now. Phil Beavers kicks off, kicks it deep. Gathered behind his own line by John Rapati. Runs strong, but Chris Arkwright and Roy Haggerty take him down. So Auckland taking it over to the left. Nordmeyer, acting halfback for Auckland, take it blindside. Number 12, Peter Rapati, dumped down. And it's Auckland spreading it to the right. Chris Arkwright, Tony Burke quickly in there. Solid tackling. You don't expect anything less from Chris Arkwright. Auckland kick it downfield. Les Quirk there. Gathers it safely after it bounced over his head. Clayton Friend quickly up there, but Quirk going crossfield. Friend stuck to his duty. Takes Quirk down by the ankles. New Zealand lie on, but Saints don't get the penalty. And the ball now with Phil Beavers, just brought down short of his 25. All Auckland offside. Tony Burke in possession. Steaming through Burke. Tremendous forward. Trying to be upended there by Panapa and Iro. Paul Forber now. Iro in again. He's a rather aggressive character, this lad. Brown as well, and Lonergan. Well, at last, Auckland penalised for offside at the play of the ball. Been lying offside most of the match. It's the first time he's done them. Phil Beavers kicks for touch. Finds it just inside the Auckland half. Plan move again. Well, you get a good view of it this time. Oh, now with Andy Platt. On to Mark Bailey. Stuart Evans. Burst through of Evans. Must have bamboozled the Auckland outfit there. Graham Liptrots, blind side. Chris Arkwright. Short ball onto Dave Tanner. Just taken down by Lonergan. Just bundled into touch. Unlucky there. Saw the gap, Tanner scooted through, but Lonergan kept hold of him and threw him into touch here. Just short of the Auckland 25. The scrum down now with Clayton Friend to feed. Well, second row, blatant second row. Got away with it. John Rapati in possession. Dumped down unceremoniously by his counterpart, Phil Beavers. Iro acting halfback. Number 8, Brown tries to kick through, but Saints in possession. Arkwright still going. So Saints now must get a try on the board before half-time. Beavers, Tony Burke from a standing start. Goes deep, still going Burke. Tremendous forward. Just 2 minutes remaining in this first half. It's essential we get a try on the board. Liptrot into Paul Forber. Brought down 5 yards short. Auckland defence holding out well. They start right again. Yes, splits onto Haggerty. Oh, I thought it slipped it up to Mark Bailey there, but Haggerty brought down inches short. Well, a penalty to Saints there, quickly taken for an offence at the play of the ball. Andy Platt coming through, yes! Oh, brilliant work there from Saints. Andy Platt going in the 38th minute. the posts. Brilliant work there from Saints. Essential that we got a try on the board to further extend our lead, as Auckland had come back there with 2 tries, 2 goals in 10 minutes. But it's Tanner now. Shouldn't be any problem for this lad. Already kicked 3 this afternoon. In the absence of Paul Loughlin. Yes, slots it over there, so 28 points to 16. And all on full time. Yes, there it goes. There's the hooter. So that's the killer punch right before half time. Saints with a 28 points to 16 lead, and what a game here we have at Nosey Road. It's not going to kick off. So Saints playing down to the clubhouse end. Auckland kick off. Paul Farber parries it inside, Andy Platt takes it. Brilliant break from Platt. It's just caught cold there, but Platt burst through. Graham Liptrot. Paul Farber. Auckland tackling there. They'll obviously have had a good hard pep talk at half time. The manager will have got stuck into him, but it's Graham Liptrot, blindside. Onto Andy Platt. Penetrating this Auckland defence. Being roughed up there in the tackle. O'Regan and Peter Apathy. All coming back now, Mark Bailey, but it came back. He doesn't agree with that, referee Allett. He says it's a forward pass, so it's a scrum down. Just inside the Auckland half. First scrum of the second half. Clayton Friend to feed. Referee Allett blocking the tunnel. Clayton Friend got a good view. Well, second row. Yes, blatant second row, but he actually sees it this time. Remonstrating with the referee, but he get no joy. So Phil Beavers stepping up to complete the second part of the penalty. Good kick from Beavers, finds touch 10 yards from the Auckland line. Saints putting early pressure on this Auckland outfit. Graham Liptrot to restart. Here's the plan move again. Andy Platt coming away with it. Move with Mark Bailey. On to Haggerty. Picks it back to Mark Bailey. Quick hands. Arkwright. Oh, scooped out of the air by Platt. But over there, taken by number 2, Creaker. Unlucky there, Saints. Split the Auckland defence open, but the pass going to Creaker, the Auckland right winger, and it's Auckland in possession, still in their own 25. Super tackling from Saints. Paul Farber, Chris Arkwright, on Brown, the prop forward. O'Regan. Full back, I think. There we go. It's not. It's Panapa coming through. Back to John Rapati, kicks upfield. Well taken by Phil Beavers. Gathers the ball, drives forward, brought down on the halfway line. Some rather enthusiastic Auckland tackling. He's finally allowed to play the ball. Mark Bailey trying to wriggle his way through there. Tony Burke now. Driving forward, feeds on to Roy Haggerty. Good ball on to Kevin McCormack. Bundle down, keeps in field. Kevin Iro bundles him down. Big lad this Iro, as I said. Going to be playing for Wigan shortly. Ball now with Roy Haggerty. Right in front of us now. Well, Auckland there with a substitution. Number 15 on, I just don't know who it's for at present. I think it's Lonergan, number 11. The Saints there, coming away with it. Work again, is he going in for his hat-trick? Yes! Oh, brought down short. And it's the changeover. Well, unlucky there, Les Quirk. Nearly going in for his second hat-trick in successive games. Saints now putting the pressure on them, pegging them down in their own 25. 4 minutes of the second half gone. Number 15, substitute Steve Kaiser, coming on, I think, for Dean Lonergan at half-time. Auckland now spreading it. Good ball there taken from Panapa. The referee Alec there in his wisdom. I thought he was going to bring somebody out there for a penalty, but it must have been a knock-on, so it's going to be a scrum down now with Mark Bailey to feed. Penalised Mark Bailey for feeding at the scrum, so that levels the penalties up now. It's Brown stepping up, kicking for touch, gains 10 yards. Nordmeyer to restart. The hooker onto number 10, Goulding. Nordmeyer again, steps up for the acting half-back position, taking it right, onto Brown. Onto number 13, O'Regan, feeding on to Kaiser. Jumping up in the air, and Farber and Arkwright grip him and carry him back into his own half. Onto Friend, tries a little loop ball, taken by Harry Ledger. Look at the Auckland defence there, quickly up there. But Ledger just taken by the scruff of the neck, but Saints in possession. Stuart Evans, driving forward Evans. Ball taken off him. In the tackle. And Auckland in possession. Number 5, Shane Horrow. Nordmeyer attacked in half-back for Auckland, trailing 28 points to 16. No further score in the second half. Super Saints tackling, holding out, pegging the tourists back in their own 25. Little chip kick through there from O'Regan. Gathered by Quirk, I think it is. Kevin McCall, the captain, half-back onto Roy Haggerty. Bailey, acting half-back for Saints. Auckland lying up. Loop movement with Liptrot and Bailey onto Arkwright. Looking for support. Yes, gathered by Liptrot onto Bailey again. Yes, must be a try. Oh, brilliant work there. Super work from Mark Bailey. Going over just to the right of the sticks. Mark Bailey with his 3rd try of the season. 12 points in 10 minutes, and sitting back in the best possible way with a try, as I said, just before half-time by Andy Platt, and Mark Bailey, a brilliant solo effort there from short range, going over just after 6 minutes. So Dave Tanner lining up, shouldn't have any problem with this, slots it right between the sticks. 34 points to 16. Well, that's the way on the PA system. Rub it in. Saints 34, Auckland 16. If it was at Wigan, they'd be rubbing it in, wouldn't we? Anyway, Wigan, they play Auckland next Sunday. And that's if they're not too exhausted and they can field a strong team to take on the Auckland tourists. And I noticed that there's no Wigan players in the Chairman's 13 to be played at Headingley on the 10th of November. Anyway, Auckland are in possession now. Panapa bobbing and weaving, driving forward, runs into Arkwright and Faber. Not a very pleasant thing that, but he's finally brought down. Friend onto Rapati, Peter Rapati. Nordmeyer, acting half-back for Auckland, bringing it to the left. Solid tackling again, Faber and Stuart Evans this time. Nordmeyer again, acting half-back onto Brown. Coming blindside, inside to Nordmeyer. Good pass there, slip pass. It's the last tackle for Auckland now. Kaiser onto Friend, little chip cross kick. And the ball going loose, gathered by Auckland, it's all on. Because it touched a Saints player, it's quick play the ball onto Iro, Kevin Iro. Loose ball there, comes back to number 2 Creaker. Losing ground there, Auckland, well taken by Les Quirk. And Auckland again, spreading it to the left. Well, obstruction there, Panapa coming through. And referee Alec quickly in there to stem any further antics that may occur. Well, Brown there, prop forward, having a bit of a go at Arkwright. But referee Alec awards the penalty to Saints for the original offence, which was crossing. Oh, super kick there from Saints. Line's touch 10 yards inside the Auckland half. Graham Liptrop to restart. Are we having that plan move again of Faber, Platt and Arkwright? Oh, super play there. Evans coming through on the burst. Dumming the Auckland defence. Quickly spread out. Mark Bailey having a good game today, Bailey. Phil Weaver's up there linking up. But it's Graham Liptrop that steps up. Led the dummy half. Takes it left. This Arkwright. Short ball onto Faber. Feeds again. Inside to Platt. Onto Tony Burke. Steaming forward, Burke. Well worthy of a try today, Tony Burke. Still going, finally allowed to play the ball. Well, not finally allowed to play, and a penalty, resulting penalty to Saints, and rightly so, being harassed at to play the ball. It's going to be a quick tap penalty taken, surely. Phil Weavers. Giving Saints a little bit of breathing space. Graham Liptrop going to restart. Saints regather, regroup. Got to put pressure on this outfit, on this Auckland outfit. Stuart Evans steaming in. The 4-man tackle from Auckland. Get these forwards to take the brunt and then sling it out. Haggerty going from acting half-back. Pitch it out to Evans. Oh. Well, Saints being accused there of pulling back one of the Auckland players, obstructing him in his efforts to get hold of Roy Haggerty, I think. So the penalty going Auckland way when a try seemed on the card for Stuart Evans. So Auckland take the second part of the penalty. Fine touch just outside their own 25. Nordmeyer to restart, and Auckland spreading it quickly left. Iro coming upfield, tremendously strong fella. Inside to number 1, John Rapati. Is he going to make it? No, blocked out shot. Super tackle there. Roy Haggerty, I think that was. No, Dave Tanner, I beg your pardon. Auckland scoop it up. Friend onto Iro again. Yeah, super play from Saints. Forcing them back there when all seemed lost. Tanner came back and stopped John Rapati from going over. Here's the popular side now, just erupting, getting behind the Saints. 34 points to 16 in the lead, and 13 minutes of the second half gone. Number 10, Golding, brought down just short, so just over 10 yards short of the Saints line. Friend onto O'Regan, inside to Brown, loose pass anywhere. Arkwright kicks through, gathers the ball. Good play from Arkwright, quick thinking, so Saints in possession, as they should be. Onto Tony Burke, striding forward, going cross field. Tries to fend the man off, still in possession, and still stood up. Takes Brown, Nordmeyer, and another tourist to bring him down. Roy Haggerty now, going cross field, breaks the defence. Haggerty now. Oh, ball going inside, but on his legs. Yes, it's all on. It's Quirk! He's going to go in for his hat-trick! Behind the sticks! Brilliant work there for Saints! Oh! Quirk completes his hat-trick! 13 minutes into the second half! And Quirk goes over for his third try of the match! Brilliant play there from Roy Haggerty! Bamboozled the Auckland defence! Hurt through! Quirk come on the inside! The ball hit his legs, it was right, it did hit his legs! Most of these referees would have given a knock on, but referee Helens allowed play on. Quirk gathered the ball safely and outpaced the Auckland cover. Takes Brown, Nordmeyer and another tourist to bring him down. Roy Haggerty now going crossfield, breaks the defence! Haggerty now! Oh, ball going inside, but on his legs, yes, it's all on! It's Quirk! He's going to go in for his hat-trick! Behind the sticks! Brilliant work there for Saints! For Tanner, that's going to put the 40 points up for Saints. What a good stuffing for this Auckland outfit today. Well, this will give Wigan something to think about now. They'll Wigan obviously the team, like, you know, that everybody's watching, and if Saints can put 40 points on them, I mean, Saints are brilliant when they're on song. They're brilliant. Just had a couple of drab games, but we've won. Tanner slots it over. Sixth goal of the game. As I was just saying, Saints are really brilliant. They put it together straight from the beginning, straight from the kick-off today. Good teamwork, into passing, and it's paid off with some brilliant tries. Tries, the best of the season so far here at Nosey Road. There's the crowd, the popular side crowd. Are you watching Pie Eaters? So number 4, Tara Patty kicks off. The ball gathered by Kevin McCormack, I think it is. Ray Littrell's acting half-back onto Stuart Evans. Unlucky over there, just nearly scored, but being brought back for obstruction. But Saints do, spreading it again. Haggerty again, inside to Mark Bailey. Goes crossfield, brought down just inside the Auckland half. Quick ball again. Liptrot, Arkwright, onto Farmer, stretching through Farmer. Arkwright on his inside, but Tara Patty and Clayton Friend bring him down. Liptrot takes the dummy, early for the line, Liptrot, looking for the support, inside to Mark Bailey, looking for support again. Saints running these tourists ragged today. It's the last tackle now, and we're going to have a drop goal. Get points back, Phil Vevers. Still going, Vevers on the 6th tackle. Throws it out. He gathered, but it's going to be the changeover. Let's Quirk, I think it is, gathers the ball. Obviously looking for a proper drop goal over, but Auckland were up to it. Put him off his balance. But it's Auckland in possession, in their own 25. Just stepping out of it now. Saints in a commanding 40 points to 16 lead, and 17 minutes of the second half gone. On to Iro now, this big strapping centre, but being brought down there temporarily by Kevin McCormack. Super tackle there from Haggerty, that's the way. That's the way, assisted by Farmer. Arkwright comes in. What a super tackle. Well, the man there and Hallett penalises Saints. Another bad decision in my opinion. The man not brought down. In the heat of the moment you can't hear him shouting hell, but whether he had done or not I don't know. But the penalty going Auckland way. Brown kicks the touch. Finds touch on the halfway line. Nordmeyer. Hooker for Auckland to restart. Well, they've had a comedy there. Hallett again. Saints thought he played the ball, he actually put it on the ground. It's Auckland in possession. Panappa, crossfield, cross ball, picked up by Roy Haggerty. The ball's in the air. Hold on, Saints in possession. So Saints now putting the pressure on the Auckland outfit. Blindside, Andy Platt. Beats the cover defence temporarily. The touch judge is on. An infringement, obviously, a New Zealand Auckland player there going in with the fist. So it's going to be a penalty to Saints. Saints wanting to make a substitution now. Dennis Litherland coming on for Kevin McCormack. Yes, the substitution being allowed to take place. Kevin McCormack just looks as though he's got a knock there, limping. And Dennis Litherland, he won't let us down. Been around for a while. Signed for Saints in 1979 from local amateurs Pilkington Rex. But Saints in possession now. After the penalty, on to Stuart Evans, heading for the line. Brought down 5 yards short. Saints on the attack again. Further points on the board needed. All Auckland offside. Got a knock on there. Quick hands was essential. Mark Bailey went in there, but knocked on. And it's a scrum down. 5 yards short of the Auckland line, with Clayton Friend to feed. Finally feeds the scrum, Clayton Friend. Kick for touch. Gain another 15-20 yards. And now in possession, 10 yards short of the halfway line. He's spreading it quickly. Quick hands, charged down by Saints. It's going to be another 6 tackles again. But Saints being penalised there, God knows what for. Referee Allett there, quickly in there, only he will know. For Auckland, quick play the ball. Super tackle there, Andy Platt, and Dave Tanner in there. Friend. On to O'Regan, knock on by number 4, Tara Patty. Right in front of us here. Number 5, Shane Horrow, holds his hands behind his head in disbelief. There's another scrum down. Just inside Auckland half. Mark Bailey to feed. Good crowd here. Get behind the Saints. Loop movement with Chris Arkwright. Good dummy movement. Inside to Phil Rivers. Must be a try under the sticks. Yes! Phil Rivers going over for his 3rd try of the season. Brilliant work there from the base of the scrum. A dummy movement between Mark Bailey and Chris Arkwright. Arkwright takes the ball, beats the Auckland defence. Beavers coming up from deep, from the full-back position, and scooted over right under the sticks. It'll be 46 points to 16 when he's kicked this. Fancy a 30-point cushion, eh? And who'd have thought? Brilliant team performance from Saints. Arkwright, the Saints team captain, leads by example. Good movement there from the base of the scrum. Planned move, and we've seen plenty of planned moves today from the Saints outfit. Dave Tanner stepping up there. No problem for Tanner, slots it over. His 7th of the afternoon. And his 8th of the season, and 46 points to 16. Saints leading, and 18 minutes of the game remaining. Saints without Paul Loughlin today, and international Kiwi Mark Elia. Also new signing Paul Groves. But Saints gather the ball. Well, an injury. He stopped it for an injury. The referee. The ball quickly in there. The ball hitting Tony Burke's legs, coming forward. Auckland Auckland gathered it, and then Burke regathered the ball. But I think he stopped it for an injury. I think it's the substitute, 15. No, it's number 13. They need a stretcher, unfortunately. Not a very pleasant sight at rugby ground, somebody being stretchered off. But we saw two at Salford last week. Two nasty injuries, a concussion and a leg injury. And it's number 13. O'Regan being stretchered off. So New Zealand are forced to make another substitution with number 14, Freeman, coming on for O'Regan. Well, he's receiving attention. They're not actually put him on the stretcher, so whether he's not as badly injured as though he's getting to his feet. But Saints is still in possession. Saints doctor out there, club doctor, just checking on him, making sure that he's fit to resume. Still looks a bit groggy. I don't think the doctor's too happy with him, but he's going to carry on. Well, extraordinary how they bounce up from being pronounced dead, isn't it? But anyway, so it's the restart. Paul Farber in possession. Graham Liptrot, quick hand from Saints. Oh, Graham Liptrot there. I thought he'd got shot to the ball, but he has to take the tackle. Farber acting half-back, Arkwright, looking for the gap. Lovely ball to Platt, on to Dennis Litherland, straight in the action, down this touchline. Going well, Litherland does well, keeps in field, penetrates the Auckland 25. Quick play the ball to Ledger. Arkwright, Saints with the tails up now. Liptrot, onto Haggerty, in space. Off one, onto the other, reverse pass to Stuart Evans. Oh, brilliant work from Saints. Stuart Evans goes over for his first try with the club. Team performance today. Oh, Neil Holding as well. How can I forget Neil Holding? Now, as you know, Neil Holding's benefit season is starting shortly, and he's got various dues coming up. It starts off with a ladies' star bingo night in the cabaret room on the 8th of December, and the testimonial launch night, the artists at Tube Station on the 13th of December, and then Christmas Eve we've got Memory Lane, a good act plus a disco, all for Neil Holding in his 10th season with Saints, and as you'll agree, a worthwhile beneficiary. A good performer for Saints. Anyway, Tanner slots that goal over now. 52 points to 16 now, and Saints looking hungry for more work. 13 minutes of the game remaining. Andy Platt gathers it, brought down just outside his own 25. Graham Liptrot acting half-back. Stuart Evans gathers it safely at the second attempt. Nordmeyer and Brown in the Bundlinter ground. Paul Farber coming in field. O'Regan, Kaiser, that must be a knock-on. Well, he took it off his grasp, the ball went forward. Kaiser pulled it out of his hands. Well, it's Auckland in possession, and somebody being floored there. Brown it is that's floored. Is he going to get Simbin? Paul Farber it was, down on the floor. The penalty going Saints' way. that Peter Brown was arguing with him, but Kaiser is walking. He's not given any indication of 5 or 10 minutes. I think that is a complete sending off. From the resulting penalty, we find touch right on the 25. So it's Saints putting pressure now. Here's the movement again for the Platt. Arkwright. Haggerty coming down, stretching through. Ball on, kicked by the Auckland man, but Auckland gather it. Unlucky there, Roy Haggerty trying to feed onto Dennis Litherland, but it's Horrow 5, number 5 for Auckland. Auckland now down to 12 men after the sending off of substitute Kaiser for that attack on Paul Farber. Auckland in possession, quickly passing the ball. Good play, the quick off the mark, but they've not showed much quickness today. 10 minutes of the game remaining, and Saints in an unassailable 52 points to 16 lead. Clayton Friend, that's in half-back. Golding to play it. On to O'Regan. Peter Rapati coming through. Dennis Litherland and Chris Arkwright bundle him down. It's the last tackle of the set of 6. Friend onto Panaper. Kicks through, Les Quirks there, gathers the ball. Not had many touches this second half, Quirk, but when he has, he's put him to good use. It's in possession. Liptrot, Beavers. On to Big Stuart Evans. He'll be on top of the world today, playing this Auckland team and having scored a try in it. Barry Ledger now, tried to weave his magic, just unlucky, couldn't get through. Still in possession, some enthusiastic tackling coming from the Auckland outfit. The last tackle of this set of 6. Chris Arkwright lost it past to Mark Bailey. Tries to pass round the man, the ball's loose. Auckland gather it. 13 it is. O'Regan comes up with the ball, and Saints being penalised for allegedly going in with the knees.
Helens scored a very popular one, I'm sure. Place number 1.
Phil Beavers there being named as man of the match. A good decision. And Saints wanting to make a substitution now. Jonathan Neal coming on, replacing Paul Farber. And he's had a good game, Paul Farber. Jonathan Neal coming on for the last 8 or 9 minutes. A big lad, this Neal, obviously a good prospect for the future. A big Cumbrian, only 18 years of age, from the Kells club up there in Cumbria. Iro now shrugs Dennis Litherland off. Mark Bailey has him. Dennis Litherland comes back for a second bite of the cherry, and he's dragging him out. Well, he only come in to complete the tackle. Nothing illegal about that tackle, but referee Alec didn't like it. So Brown kicks for touch, finds touch on Saints 25. Well, they've cabbaged 10 yards there. Look at him, still going. That's Nordmeyer, onto Brown. Trying to sidestep, but Saints quickly in there. Liptrot, Burke, and Stuart Evans. Panaper. Oh, super tackle there. Need you ask who? Andy Platt. That forced his head back. And who comes up with the ball? Chris Arkwright. Brilliant tackling from Saints there. Beavers onto Jonathan Neal. In with his first touch of the game. Well, no disputing the outcome. 52 points to 16. Haggerty tries to break through. 4-man overlap on his right. He just couldn't release the ball. But Liptrot brings it blindside. Tony Burke still going. Graham Liptrot sets the dummy half position. Goes blindside again. Inside to Dennis Litherland. Saints making yardage with every tackle, but it's the last tackle now. And Arkwright being penalised for offside to play the ball, when, as if Kevin Alexander just looked to his right, all the Auckland team were moving up. But they get another penalty. They find touch 10 yards, 5 yards, I beg your pardon, short of Saints line. Clayton Friend, Panaper, Iro, forward pass onto John Rapati. Inside to Iro, tries to dive forward. Well, double movement, surely. Well, he's awarded the try. I suppose he's got to give him some, make the score look a bit more respectable. And he went over 10 yards to the right of the sticks. Well, the conversion there, a quickly taken effort from number 13 O'Regan that time, I think. No, it was Brown. I thought it was 13, it was Brown, but no goal. So it's 52 points to 20 in Saints' favour. Piece of history going down for Saints now. Tremendous team performance from the Saints. Nine tries today and 8 goals. The Saints kicking off. Only about 4 minutes of the game remaining. And Auckland in possession. Still pegged down in their own 25. Saints defence held out firm today. Auckland with 4 tries on the board, but 2 of them rather dubious. Are in dubious circumstances, but Friend kicks through there, hacks it on. Still dribbling on, it's Horrow. He's going cross field, are they going to gather? Yes, he's over for a try. Well, they're not very good tries, them, are they? They all count like, but it's right over there in the far right-hand corner. In lead and tremendous team performance, but both sides have contributed to, but Saints back in the swing, really put it together this afternoon. Well, there you are, you can't weigh them up, can you? Brown from the touchline converts that Horrow try, so 52 points to 26. Saints a tremendous win here today. The first defeats for Auckland. They've only got a 6-match tour. They play Hull in midweek, then Wigan next Sunday, and then they've got the German 13 at Leeds a week on Tuesday. The Saints kick off, Auckland gather, bring it crossfield onto Iro, onto number 4, Rapati, Rapati, he loses the ball. Saints come up with it, but it's give the knock on. The time running out now for the tourists. Only 2 minutes remaining, plus any injury time that may have incurred from that injury to O'Regan. And it's a scrum down, midway between the Auckland try line and their own 25. Mark Bailey to feed safely onto Arkwright. Andy Platt coming round for the loop movement. The Saints on the attack now. Saints with the tails up on the rampage. Well, I don't know how we can judge that for crossing. Didn't interfere with the actual play of the ball. The man was coming through on a dummy run, but his giving Auckland the penalty. That's about 9 penalties. I'll make it to 4 this second half. Just managed to get on the board in the last 6 minutes with 2 tries and a goal in the second half. That was the first scoring in the 34th minute of this second half. Trying the fancy stuff now, Auckland, but Saints well up to the challenge. And it's Friend acting half-back. A bad pass on to number 10, Golding. They're going crossfield, being forced back. Jonathan Neal, substitute for Saints today. And Graham Liptrot quickly in there. Super tackling again from the Saints. Number 4, Dave Tanner this time, over there on the left wing. Onto Panaper. Onto number 4, Rapati, Tay Rapati. Super tackling again, Saints captain, Chris Arkwright. It's the last tackle for Auckland. Onto Brown, he's going to run it. Takes it to Iros, chip kick forward. Gathered by Mark Bailey. Yes, it was the last tackle. It would have been the changeover if it had been tackled successfully, but it's Saints in possession. Dennis Litherland coming through. Peter Rapati and Kevin Iro bundle him down. Roy Haggerty just took his eyes off the ball there for a minute. And it knocks on. Well, 40 minutes gone on my watch. We're playing in injury time now, just the time added on for any injury that's taken place. And Saints 52 points to 26. So obviously Saints twice the team that Auckland are by the scoring. Friend feeds the scrum, comes away with the ball. That's in half-back his Friend, takes it right. John Rapati coming in, on to number 4, Tay Rapati. But super solid Saints tackling, bundling down. Terrific performance from the Saints today. No questions about the Saints, they certainly can put it together. After a couple of, as I said before, a couple of shabby performances, but we got the 2 points, and this is the tour match, but we've got it together here. Iro going in there with the knee, rather high knee on Dennis Litherland. Brown, O'Regan, Brown again. Jonathan Neal in, passes it out to Friend, onto Panaper. Number 1, John Rapati, flicks it up, loose ball. Tony Burke gathers it. Probably a last chance now for Saints. Pegged in their own half, but looking forward for further points. Evans, onto Dave Tanner. Super pace. Oh, inside there. There's a final hooter. Tanner, blistering pace there. Looks as though he's going to feed onto Quirk. There's the final hooter. Saints running out. 52 points to 26 winners. A great performance. 9 tries from Saints. 3 for Quirk, 2 from Platt, 1 for Ledger, Bailey, Beavers and Evans. A debut try for him. And 8 goals from Dave Tanner. A real good performance. Only the first try scored by Les Quirk over here in the left corner was the unconverted. So real good performance today. We can only look forward to keeping up this performance for next week. We're at Leeds next week, and then on the following Saturday we've a hard match here at Nosey Road when Saints play at Widnes in the first round of the John Player. So thanks once again for joining us. So on behalf of Brian Pears, your regular cameraman, and Ron Hoof, myself, your commentator, goodbye for now, and we'll see you all at Headingley next week. Good crowd here. Get behind the Saints. Luke movement with Chris Arkwright. Good dummy movement. Inside to Phil Beavers. Must be a try under the sticks. Yes! Harbour acting half-back. Arkwright looking for the gap. Lovely ball to Platt. Onto Dennis Litherland. Straight in the action. Down this touchline. Going well, Litherland. Does well. Keeps in field. Penetrates the Auckland 25. Quick play the ball to Ledger. Arkwright, Saints with the tails up now. Liptrot onto Haggerty in space. Bobs off one, onto the other. Reverse pass to Stuart Evans. Oh!